On July the 25th, 1992, my whole family was killed in front of the family house. 32 members of my family were killed that day.
For Fikret Bacic, the war in Bosnia has never really ended. The physical violence may have stopped, but he says the psychological warfare continues.
The group of soldiers who shot my family are currently before the court, but they're free. And I see them almost on a daily basis in town. Can you imagine how I feel at those moments? Can you imagine how victims like me feel when we meet a soldier who we know has killed our family? I get goosebumps when I see them.
There are at least 5,000 suspected war criminals still walking free in Bosnia. That's according to an international war crimes tribunal set up by the United Nations in the wake of the Bosnian War. A large proportion of them live in the Serbian majority northwest, in towns like Prijedor.
All the women and I were just waiting for death. I wish they'd killed me with one bullet to the head, just to escape all those horrors and torture. You can't imagine how bad it was. If someone told me, I wouldn't believe it if I wasn't there and felt it on my skin.
The International Criminal Tribunal sat for 24 years and convicted and sentenced 90 people. As the years drag on, witnesses are dying or are getting too old to testify. And it's widely accepted in Bosnia that perpetrators who remain free are unlikely to ever face justice.
I regularly meet other criminals here in Prijedor. I was a witness against them in court. Sometimes I'm worried about my mental health because it's become so normal for me to see them all the time.
There's another reason many suspects haven't been prosecuted. 7,000 to 8,000 bodies are still missing or unidentified. If you don't know who the victims are, it's much harder to convict their killers. We contacted some of the convicted war criminals to get their side of the story, but they wouldn't speak to us. We also approached the local mayor to ask why justice is taking so long, but he wouldn't be interviewed either. It's a wall of silence, all too familiar to the victims of war who live in the Prijedor area. Survivors of the war say they aren't optimistic about the future because the past keeps staring them in the face. Melinda Nucifora, TRT World, Prijedor, Bosnia.